Question 1. An organization is reviewing its security logs and notices multiple authentication requests to its web application from different geographic locations within a short time frame, all using the same user ID. Which type of attack should be suspected? Options: A. Brute force. B. Password spraying. C. Privilege escalation. D. Replay. Correct answer: D. Replay explanation. This situation is indicative of a replay attack where a valid data transmission is maliciously or fraudulently repeated or delayed. This differs from brute force attacks, which involve trying many passwords, password spraying, using common passwords on many accounts, and privilege escalation, where an attacker gains higher access levels. Question 2. Which attribute best describes a threat actor who operates within an organization, possibly using their legitimate access to carry out malicious activities? Options: A. Internal. B. External. C. Insider. D. Outsider. Correct answer: A. Internal explanation. Internal actors are individuals within an organization who may misuse their legitimate access to systems and data to carry out malicious activities. This contrasts with external actors who are not part of the organization and must breach defenses to gain access. A company wants to prevent unauthorized users from accessing its network by enforcing policies on devices before they are allowed to connect. Which technology would best support this? Options: A. Network Address Translation, NAT. B. Network Access Control, NAC. C. Intrusion Detection System, IDS. D. Virtual Private Network, VPN. Correct answer: B. Network Access Control, NAC. Explanation: Network Access Control, NAC, is a security solution that enforces policies on devices before they connect to a network, ensuring that unauthorized devices are blocked and only compliant devices are allowed access. Question 4. Which type of malware is designed to provide unauthorized access to a user's computer without being detected by security software? Options: A. Worm. B. Virus. C. Rootkit. D. Trojan. Correct answer: C. Rootkit explanation. A rootkit is a type of malware designed to gain unauthorized access to a computer and hide its presence from security software, making it difficult to detect and remove. What is the main purpose of implementing a honeypot in a network? Options: A. To detect unauthorized access and gather information about potential attackers. B. To improve network performance by managing traffic. C. To encrypt sensitive data. D. To create backups of critical data. Correct answer: A. To detect unauthorized access and gather information about potential attackers. Explanation: A honeypot is a decoy system used to attract attackers and gather information about their techniques, intentions, and behaviors, helping security teams to enhance their defenses. Question 6. Which type of security control is focused on recovering from an attack after it has occurred? Options: A. Preventive. B. Detective. C. Corrective. D. Deterrent. Correct answer: C. Corrective explanation. Corrective controls are implemented to restore systems or processes after a security incident, aiming to recover from an attack and mitigate its impact. What is the primary goal of a denial of service (DoS) attack? Options: A. To gain unauthorized access to systems. B. To steal sensitive information. C. To disrupt services and make resources unavailable. D. To install malicious software. Correct answer: C. To disrupt services and make resources unavailable. Explanation: A denial of service (DoS) attack is aimed at overwhelming a system or network, making it unavailable to users by consuming its resources. Question 8. Which encryption method is typically used for securing emails to ensure that only the intended recipient can read the message? Options: A. Symmetric encryption. B. Asymmetric encryption. C. Hashing. D. Tokenization. Correct answer: B. Asymmetric encryption. Explanation: Asymmetric encryption, such as PGP, Pretty Good Privacy, is commonly used to secure emails by encrypting the message with the recipient's public key, ensuring that only the recipient can decrypt it with their private key. Which of the following is an example of a physical security control? Options: A. Firewall. B. Intrusion Detection System, IDS. C. Biometric Scanner. D. Antivirus software. Correct answer: C. Biometric Scanner. Explanation: a biometric scanner is a physical security control that restricts access to physical locations by verifying an individual's identity using biological traits such as fingerprints or retinal patterns. Question 10. Which security principle states that users should be granted only the permissions they need to perform their job functions? Options: A. Separation of duties. B. Least privilege. C. Defense in depth. D. Need to know. Correct answer: B. Least privilege. Explanation: the principle of least privilege ensures that users are granted the minimum level of access or permissions required to perform their job functions, reducing the risk of accidental or malicious misuse of privileges. Which attack involves tricking a user into providing sensitive information, such as login credentials, by masquerading as a trustworthy entity in electronic communications? Options: A. Phishing. B. Spoofing. C. Man-in-the-middle. D. Sniffing. Correct answer: A. Phishing. Explanation: phishing attacks involve sending fraudulent communications, often in the form of emails, that appear to come from a legitimate source. The goal is to trick the recipient into providing sensitive information, like login credentials or credit card numbers. Question 12. Which security model is based on the concept of ensuring that no information can flow from a higher security level to a lower security level? Options: A. Bell-LaPadula model. B. Clark-Wilson model. C. Biba model. D. Brewer and Nash model. Correct answer: A. Bell-LaPadula model. Explanation: the Bell-LaPadula model is a security model focused on maintaining data confidentiality. It ensures that information cannot flow from a higher security level, example classified, to a lower security level, example unclassified, which prevents data leakage. Which type of attack is characterized by the attacker intercepting communication between two parties and potentially altering the communication without either party knowing? Options: A. Man-in-the-middle. B. Replay. C. Social engineering. D. Brute force. Correct answer: A. Man-in-the-middle. Explanation: a man-in-the-middle (MITM) attack occurs when an attacker intercepts and possibly alters the communication between two parties without their knowledge. This can lead to sensitive data being compromised or altered. Question 14. What is the primary purpose of implementing a disaster recovery plan, DRP? Options: A. To protect against unauthorized access. B. To ensure data integrity. C. To recover systems and operations after a catastrophic event. D. To encrypt sensitive information. Correct answer: C. To recover systems and operations after a catastrophic event. Explanation: a disaster recovery plan, DRP, is a documented, structured approach with instructions for responding to unplanned incidents. It includes processes for recovering systems and operations after events like natural disasters or cyber attacks. Which of the following is the best description of a zero-day vulnerability? Options: A. A vulnerability that is known and has a patch available. B. A vulnerability that is discovered and exploited before the vendor has issued a patch. C. A vulnerability that requires user interaction to exploit. D. A vulnerability in outdated software. Correct answer: B. A vulnerability that is discovered and exploited before the vendor has issued a patch. Explanation: a zero-day vulnerability is a security flaw that is unknown to the software vendor and does not have a patch available. It is called zero-day because developers have 0 days to fix the issue before it can be exploited by attackers. Question 16. Which of the following techniques is